I will touch upon customer service. I am a hardcore customer service guy last 14 years. So then I will take you to best practices for managed services. Customer service and customer expectation. In the morning we have discussed, like in Hindi word, some of our distinguished panel, tell the customer, that is customer. In Latin word it is called conjugate, meaning customs or habits. And what is customer service? Basically a set of activities in which a company or organization engages to keep and win the customer happy. So that is customer service. So but this customer service is not enough. It is more. Customer service scope. What is that? Customer service is a determining factor that actually differentiates the product or service. Customer service is again not a determining factor, but is an essential ingredient of the product, without which the product is incomplete and cannot win customers' acceptance. So determining factor, not determining factor, it's a wild area on customer service and customer satisfaction. Then how do you measure the service? The only measure of the customer service business is a satisfied customer. Let me quickly take you to best practices. All else, all in distraction. Then moment of the truth. A moment of truth occurs anytime the customer comes in contact with any touch points or any organization and uses that opportunity to judge the quality of service of the organization, whether it's providing or not. Then what is excellent customer service? It is good service is giving people a little more than they expected, but excellent service is enjoying giving the same thing. So that is the only difference between excellent customer service and merely customer service. This is known to everybody. Marketing gets the customer, but the service quality only retains the customer. There are few thoughts. So let me take you quickly to the best practices of managed services. What are the customers' expectations in telecom industry? Because of steep competition, more players coming up, customers are still in a transition from consumer to a full-fledged customer, like the two sides of a coin. As a consumer, the expectations really realistic and practical, but at the same time, as a customer, his expectation turns unrealistic and out of this world, like happening in the telecom industry. For many services, to thrive with the split personalities is a challenge itself. Hence, in telecom customer service index, you will find satisfaction index is lowest as compared to the other service industry. This is known to everybody. Same thing my other friends told. Let me not talk about the strength, weakness, opportunity and threats. Let me take you to that process, people, technology and people. So I will focus few minutes on process, technology and people. It starts with people, with customer service attitude. You see, attitude and customer service attitude totally different. So the people who are in customer service, they should have a customer service attitude, taking ownership, and customer service is not a department. It is just display of a customer attitude. Then again, new process, focus on customer experience along with the measurable KRS, that is SLA and turnaround time. Technology, again, online CRM, again it's a tool, but it's not to an end. So our friends earlier that they have focused on the IT CRM platform and all. So this is basically a tool, but it's not an end to measure the customer survey or customer satisfaction. This is known to all. In combination, that is called quality, who give you the SLA and TAG when you give. Top with customer service attitude, how you give the solution to the customer. That is the king. Morning also we discussed customer is the king nowadays. Then let me take about the 14 best practices I have noted down. See, first one is establish a clear objective. This is best practices in managed services or best practices while outsourcing a project to a MSP. Establish clear objective, what you are going to outsource, what you are not. Get a compatible provider, like make sure that your service provider understands the requirement. Sometimes happens, people tend to outsource to a wrong partner, right? So make sure that your service provider understands your requirement, then not just to code or to implement, but a managed service provider needs to be compatible with your company's culture, business, and right experience, so that you are in better hand. Don't go in a short-sighted. Stakeholders often, they tend to often get lost in deal itself, and in attempt to save companies, a lot of money and all, they outsource to a wrong partner. So the best practice is what? Let us not go into short-sighted. Often, let us focus what we are going to outsource, how we are going to outsource, to whom we are going to outsource. Never confuse sales and delivery. So this is also one of the best practices we should adopt. Change your attitude towards IT. Don't think IT as a cost center, or because every year, every moment we need to, technology changes, everything changes, so we need to spend on IT. But let us not have that attitude towards IT. IT is a tool where we can monitor everything. So don't think IT as a cost center, instead consider it as a value center. So this is also one of the best practices where we need to consider on IT. Then get the communications right. Make sure that the service provider understands the project in details. Expect to get what you pay for. Yes, it's a value for money. So we need to expect from the MSP that what you pay, we need to get out of it. So expect to get what you pay for. Again, stay on site. It's not that we have outsourced everything, you will keep quiet. Stay on site if possible. Budget to keep on-site pressure and presence at the service provider. That is, some people are keeping their own people at the MSP level to monitor the SL and turnaround. Then again, written responsibility. It doesn't mean that you outsource, you will keep quiet again. Responsibility lies on the principal. So outsourcing should not mean that you are, abiding this responsibility. You still own overall responsibility. Again, get a senior level sign off. Basically what happens, make sure that your senior level stakeholders always meet the CEO of the vendor, and it should be a regular interaction. It doesn't mean that you don't delegate everything to the middle management. So that is also the best practices which you should adapt. Pick the right projects to outsource. Again, this is very, very critical. Sometimes we end up losing a lot of revenue, money, and hurdles while outsourcing this. So pick the right project to outsource. Clean up before you outsource. This is what basically, suppose in-house I am not managing anything, how come I will expect a MSP will manage? So let me in-house manage everything in a clear, objectable manner, then let me outsource, so that I will have a knowledge, then I can monitor my MSP. Get the SLA metrics right, because in typical organization where, like, lot of process, it is required, like our earlier friend said, because of attrition and all, process should be measured, and it should be there, so that when a new person comes, he can just go through the process and start working. So we should have a proper service level agreement with all the details, metrics, everything, so that it will be easy for to do the review. Then SLA performance metrics with customer satisfaction survey. Always it should be linked with customer satisfaction survey. But whatever you do in the managed services or outsourced services, the last but not least, you have to monitor and support. Without monitoring and supporting, this project won't be successful. So let us monitor and support the MSP, then everything will be fair and. So this is from my side. Thank you.